Welcome back to another episode of the DVO Show with me, DVO Derek Van Otten. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate you all that keep watching and listening. Please, if you have a quick moment, if you watch on YouTube, if you could subscribe, leave a review or leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you listen on podcast platforms, please follow, subscribe, give a rating, that helps. So if you could do any of that, I'd really appreciate it. All right, on this episode, I'm going to talk about a little, YouTube reel that I saw. And it was about a gentleman, and he wore, I don't know if it was hearing aids, but he wore some type of hearing device. And he was so self-conscious about it, and he always had long hair. And that's how he kind of dealt with it. He's like, I have long hair, I want to hide it, I'm ashamed of these, and that's what he did. So anyway, on this YouTube reel, he was buzzing his head. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna own it. I've been wearing this all my life, and I'm just gonna own it. And I don't care if people comment or say anything about it. And he buzzed his head, and he wears his hearing device. And I thought, good for you, man. Good for you, because you know what? We are not in high school anymore. It is time to stop worrying about what other people think about us. Who cares? People wear hearing aids. People wear glasses. I wear glasses. I used to be so ashamed about wearing glasses. I had to wear glasses in high school. And I fought it for a long time. I did not want to have to think that I had to get glasses. Why? Why would I think that in high school? Because what? It's nerdy, right? Nerds wear glasses. So that's what I thought. And I didn't want to wear glasses. But I remember I went and got my eye checked. And the doctor said, yep, you need glasses. And I remember it took a couple weeks. I went and picked up my glasses. It was at an optometrist in the mall. In fact, it was Sears. Remember Sears? There was a Sears in the mall, and they also had an optometrist there. Got my eyes checked, ordered my glasses. I got my glasses. I remember I walked out of Sears in the mall, and I put them on. And I was like, whoa, the world is three-dimensional. Because for so long, things at a distance were so blurry for me. Things up close, I don't have a problem with. But things at a distance, they're blurry for me. And this was in high school. And I thought, I don't want to wear glasses in high school. Luckily, when I was in high school at this time, I had a girlfriend, and she liked the idea. She liked that I wore glasses. She thought I looked, I don't know, studious. I don't know what she thought, but she liked me wearing glasses. Luckily, so I was like, oh, thank goodness my girlfriend likes me wearing glasses. But after we broke up, I didn't want to wear them. If I was going to go out somewhere, I just was so self-conscious about it. And then after a while, I just was like, it's just an accessory. Glasses are an accessory. Let me accessorize with glasses. Same with when I started getting a receding hairline. You have no idea how self-conscious I was about that. Like, I did not want to accept the fact that I was getting a receding hairline. And I tried to maybe comb my hair forward a little bit. And I just had to say, you know what? I'm going to buzz it. And I buzzed my head. And I was like, I actually look kind of good with a buzzed head. So I kept it. But it was very hard for me to accept that. And I just had to accept that. And, again, it comes to a point with this gentleman or with me or with you, like I just mentioned, you have to accept the fact that we're not in high school anymore. If you've got a pimple on your forehead, who cares? When you were in high school, it was the end of the world when there was a pimple on your forehead, right? I remember getting some doozies on my forehead. But it comes to a point when you just have to realize it doesn't matter what other people think. As long as I'm comfortable with me, as long as I'm happy being me, who cares what other people think? I've said this before on a lot of numerous coaching sessions, or maybe even on this podcast, but probably on social media, but I've always said this. Other people's opinion about you is none of your business. All right, let me say it again. Other people's opinion about you is none of your business. Who cares what other people think about you? Who cares, right? And we're in a world where at a certain maturity level, we don't even judge people. So what if he has a hearing aid? No one cares. So what if I wear glasses? Nobody cares. So what if I have a receding hairline? Nobody cares. Right? It was all me. I'm the only one that really cared about it. But then no one else did. No one ever called me four eyes. No one ever made fun of my receding hairline. No one does this when you get to a certain maturity. And if someone does, then guess what? They're not at a mature level mentally to even battle with you. Because they're just not at that level with you. you just shrug it off like, okay, whatever you say. I don't even have time for you. Right? That's the point. So when I saw this YouTube reel, I was like, man, good for this guy. Good for this guy. I don't know how old he was. He seemed young-ish, maybe mid-20s. I don't know. Could be mid-30s. Who knows? But he finally got to a point where he's like, I'm happy with me. Who cares what other people think? I'm going to own this hearing device. I'm going to buzz my head. And that's how you should be like. Own it. Own whatever quote unquote flaw you think you might have. Own it. Take ownership. And destroy with it. Who cares? Right? It's 2023. Who cares? Just own it. Be happy with who you are. Right now, there's a lot of transgender talk. I'm not getting into that though. All right, I don't get into politics. I don't care about politics. I don't get into it. I'm independent. I don't get into it. But I'm like this. I'm like, if you're happy, then be happy. I'm just like, who cares? Like, just do what makes you happy. I don't care. If there's a gentleman that says, you know what, I'm actually a lady, and wants to dress up like a lady, I don't care. Now, there was a time in my early 20s or in my teens, we would go out, and there was like this little restaurant that was open really late. And they served like breakfast, lunch, dinner items, and they were open till like, I think they were 24 hours, or they were open till like maybe 3 a.m, something like that on the weekends. And there was a transgender person there. Again, this was well over 25 years ago. I don't know where this person is today. And, people always would snicker behind their back. And even, I'll be honest with you, even me, like, whoa, what? This was over 25 years ago. I was like, all right, this person, yeah, all right. This person's doing their thing. But I never teased them. I never picked on them. And today I'm the same way. It's like, I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. That's how I am. As long as you don't hurt anybody, this is my views on things. As long as you don't hurt anybody, I don't care what you do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care what you're doing. And that's how you should be like. Just don't care. People might judge you, criticize you. Who cares? Their opinion of you is none of your business. Keep crushing it. Talk to you in the next episode.